Jenny from PhoneDog.com. This is the Samsung Craft. It is probably one of the best messaging phones, if not the best messaging phone, on the market right now. And, a little bit on TouchWiz. It's not the TouchWiz that you'll see on the Galaxy S devices. It's a more standardized messaging phone version. But you do have 3 home screens that you can use to customize. You can put different widgets on them. You'll notice that it does actually come with the wallpapers from the Galaxy S devices. So it's kind of interesting, I guess, to give you the feel as if you had those. You can also, set your own picture if you'd like. And then you have your widget drawer here, which has options for the different widgets that you can add. In the main menu here, you see you have a lot of Metro PCS custom apps. And, it may seem like bloatware, but they really do come in handy. This is a personal email app. You have iMing and social. Metro Studio, you can download ringtones, videos, ringback tunes. Then you have Metro Navigator, Metro Web. So it seems like a lot of bloatware, but really you're probably going to use a lot of those features, so it's really not too bad. So on to, probably the main event, since it is a messaging phone, we'll take a look at the keyboard. And so you'll see it's a standard keyboard. I mentioned how, I don't usually like it when the space bar is in between, it's in a row of letters and it's in between 2 letters. But actually, this one is a little bit different, and I'm going to mention this, and it's going to be really nitpicky, and you guys are probably going to complain about it, but I'm going to say this, okay? Usually, when the space bar is in a row of letters, it's in between the V and the B. And so the V would be right here, and then the B is over here, and so everything else would be kind of offset, pertaining to that. But this one is actually in between the B and the N, and I know that sounds really small, I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it actually does make a huge difference when typing. Usually having the space bar in a row of letters is uncomfortable and takes a while to get used to, but I don't know, just the extra letter on the left side made it a lot easier to type on, and so the keyboard was great. The keys are nice and rubbery, so you have great grip on them. They're sort of flat, but it's not too big of a deal. It was relatively easy to type on. One thing that was a little irritating is that there's no dedicated period key, which to me seems like it should just be a no-brainer, it should just be there. But it wasn't too bad, just push function and in really quick, or function and M for the question mark. So I would have liked to have a dedicated period key, but it actually wasn't too hard to get used to. So overall, I thought the keyboard was great. The phone does not have threaded text messaging. So if we go to messages here, you'll see you have your inbox and your outbox. And so when you go to your inbox, it'll just show it by date or time received. So this is, obviously from the same person, but it's just an order of time received, and then outbox, same thing. So, kind of disappointing that it doesn't have threaded text messaging, but it's not too bad, and but if that is a feature that you like, it's something to take note of. Okay, so as far as, overall design of the phone, I really like it because the phone feels very solid in the hand. It doesn't feel like a cheap messaging phone at all. It does have some heft to it, just because it has this physical keyboard, and also because it's just a more solid phone than a typical Samsung messaging phone. So it does kind of have a heft to it, but it's the kind that makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're holding a solid device in your hands. And I think it looks great. You have the back there. It actually comes with this cleaning cloth, which is very nice. Samsung Craft, so you can use that to clean it off. But just looks really nice. You have a couple of details on the top and bottom that give it, just an extra edge. You'll notice you do have a 3.5mm headphone jack and micro USB charging port. And then on the other side you have the micro SD card slot, and it actually ships with a 2 gig card, which is pretty impressive. This supports up to 32 gigs. But another exciting thing is that on the 2 gig card that the phone ships with, you get, like I said earlier, the full-length Star Trek film. So that's pretty cool, and the film actually takes up pretty much the entire card, but that's okay. You can put another card in there and then, slip the 2 gig card anytime you want to watch the movie. So, overall, I'm really liking the phone. Like I said, it's probably, one of the best messaging phones on the market right now, if not the best messaging phone. The only downside is that, you're going to get all excited about, like, oh my gosh, it has an AMOLED display and a capacitive touchscreen and it's 4G and it's going to be an awesome phone. But what you have to keep in mind is that it's still a messaging phone, so web browsing won't be the greatest. You can have email, but it's not going to be the smoothest operation that you've ever seen. So, kind of keep that in mind. Don't get it and think that just because it's 4G, everything's going to be awesome, because it's still a messaging phone. There's still some limitations. But for being a messaging phone, it's great. It's going to be probably the best experience you've had. Now, battery, like I mentioned earlier, wasn't the best, but it lasted long enough. A day and a half is long enough, to get you through, to the next time that you can charge it. So, definitely very impressed. The camera was great. The screen is beautiful. Overall design is great. I love TouchWiz, and everything to me performed very well, except for video playback, which I mentioned earlier, and the Wi-Fi. It's just a nice added bonus. I had this weird thing with Wi-Fi sort of like switching on and off just at random times, and I would have to turn it on myself. Not a huge deal because I can just go here and tell it to turn on, but just kind of interesting that I had that problem. But anyway, so it's a Samsung Craft from Metro PCS. I would definitely recommend it if you're on Metro PCS. I don't really know if it's worth switching because Metro is still kind of, a smaller regional carrier. It's one of the largest, but you still, you might not have the best call quality, and not everyone's going to want to switch to a prepaid plan. Some people just don't like that. So, and also you're going to have to pay full price for the phone. But if you are on Metro and you're looking for a solid messaging phone, this is definitely it, and it bodes well for the future of messaging phones. If we can get this, the capacitive touchscreen, or the 3.2 megapixel camera with autofocus and a flash, if we can get those features on more messaging phones, I think that would be great. So the Samsung Craft is a great, great start, and I was very pleased with it. Go check it out at a Metro PCS store. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and watching it until the end while I was rambling on through everything. I really appreciate that, guys. Anyway, be sure and check out PhoneDoc.com for more news, updates, and reviews. We have tons of videos on our YouTube channel, but the website is really where it's at. It's where you can get all the latest breaking news and rumors. So check out PhoneDoc.com, our Facebook page, Facebook.com/PhoneDoc. If you have any questions, follow me on Twitter. My screen name is It's My Job to Know. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'm Sydney, and I'll see you guys later.